Sorry to interrupt your conversation, Councillor Pesh, Councillor Binder. Right, I am Councillor Bristow, Vice Chair of this committee, filling in for Councillor Gale, unfortunately unavailable and sends his apologies. I also have apologies from Councillor Santa Maria. Do I have any other apologies from members of the committee? Nope. Okie doke. So yeah, in attendance, Councillor Deacon, Councillor Durrant, Councillor Johnson, Councillor Binder, and Pesh. Jolly good. There are no minutes from the previous meeting. We're going to agree the minutes from the previous meeting at the next meeting. As we have no apologies, do we have any declarations of interest? Nope. Very good. Okay, in that case, as we have no members of the public present, we can skip over the public participation and move straight to item 5, the Gambling Act 2005, review of Statement of Principles, outcome of public consultation. I'll just hand over to Sally McDonald quickly to give us an intro to the item.
Thank you, Chair. As agreed at the committee on 10th of September, the minor revisions to the Gambling Act 2005 Statement of Principles were put out for consultation between the 11th of September and 23rd of October. As previously advised, although there were no updates of any significance, the refresh of the statement was an exercise that must be carried out in compliance with the Gambling Act 2005 legislation. Therefore, the only amendments were to revision dates and checks of the various links throughout the document. No comments were received during the consultation period, and we would therefore request that the minor revisions of dates and links as previously presented are agreed for referral to full council for adoption. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. Right, yes, as Sally said, it really is just making sure the links are all in place, updating the dates, and so on. Do we have any questions about the review? Councillor Binder? Ah, indeed, that wasn't a question, it was a statement. Right, in that case, if there are no questions, I move that, yes, we take this to council. Agreed? Agreed. Fantastic, unanimity around the chamber, I believe. Right, moving on, item 6, the Gambling Act 2005, review of animal activity licensing policy, outcome of public consultation. Again, yield to Sally.
Yet minor revisions to this discretionary policy were presented to committee on the 10th of September and presented for consultation between the 11th of September and 23rd of October. 6 responses were received and we have addressed the questions raised in the report. We would now ask the committee to agree the revised draft policy. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. Right, any questions from the committee? Yeah, Councillor D.
It'll be short. I noticed a comment about the lack of kennels, and you know, I found certainly in Decorum it is quite hard getting your dogs in a kennel. Is this policy just in line with other areas, or is it a bit more tougher or stricter, or is this not time for to ask that question?
Thank you. It isn't. The policy we have is discretionary. The law is basically the law. It follows the DEFRA regulations, the 2018 regulations. And ultimately, I think this is a problem across the board. It's sort of come in the wake of COVID that more people want their dogs to go into kennels. We have a lot of home boarders, but not many kennels. And one of our bigger kennels has just closed down as well, which is unfortunate. Okay.
Thank you.
Right. First up, Councillor Pesh, please.
Right. Just a quick one. I have trouble with these. If we're talking about animals, it's just point of information, really. I see a lot of people on Hemel Community asking if they know where people can look after their dogs for a holiday or anything. I read through with home kenneling or home boarding, certain regulations and everything, but are they limited to a certain number of dogs when they have to have the home registration?
Yes, with home boarding, you have to look at the number of designated rooms which are set out in the Act. So that room must have an opening window, an inward opening door. There must be room for the dog to turn around, wag its tail, lay down, and be comfortable, basically. So if a house, for example, has 3 bedrooms, a lounge and a kitchen, potentially you can have up to 5 boarded dogs in there, as long as those rooms meet the criteria. Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Okay, can we just note that Councillor Weston is also present? If we have no further questions, are we happy to adopt the motion? Great. Right. That is the conclusion of our business today. Yeah, call the meeting to order. You can all go home.